Hello, St. Thomases. This is Hamilton Smith. It is a joy to be with you as we continue to walk through the Ask Hamilton question series. The question for this week is this: is God on a different timeline than us? And the answer is yes. God stands outside of time because he created it, just like he created us. Well, how do we know that? First off, the Bible tells us. The best place to go to figure out God's relationship to time is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 8, which says, "But do not overlook this one fact, beloved, that with the Lord 1 day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as 1 day." And just so you know, Peter's pulling that from Psalm 90, verses 2 through 4. Well, that essentially means, as I said earlier, that God stands outside of time. He's not trapped inside of time as we are, but stands outside of it. A very early Christian philosopher from about the 5th century, 6th century AD, named Boethius, said that God looks at time like we would look at a timeline drawn on a piece of paper. C.S. Lewis actually picks this up in Mere Christianity as well. But the idea is that because he's the author, it's almost like you would get a play, right? Like if Shakespeare had a play, he has the play written out. And so therefore he's not in the play, he's not trapped by the play, but stands outside of the play and can look at the whole play simultaneously. And because God stands outside of time, then everything is present to him. There's no past, there's no future. It's all present. Well, as interesting as this might be to think about intellectually, the question is, so what? Why is this part of the good news? Well, it's good news for a couple reasons. The first one is this: that God is truly present with you. He's always with you. Truly. He's not just with people in the past. He's not just with people in the future. He's not with you sometimes as he jumps from past, present to future. No, he's always present with you. When you call upon him, you can know that he's there listening to you. But also, because God stands outside of time and sees all things simultaneously, nothing is a surprise to God. It might be a surprise to you. It might be a surprise to your family. It might be a surprise to our culture, but it's not a surprise to him. And because he's a good God, he already has a solution worked out and in play for whatever bad things might come to you. And of course, this is summarized in that very famous passage from Romans chapter 8, verse 28, which says, "And we know that those who love God, all things work together for their good, for those who are called according to his purpose." And that all things includes time. One more note on time, going back to 2 Peter. One reason that God stands outside of time is that he's patient, and he wants to leave as much time for people to come to faith as possible. If we were to follow this passage from 2 Peter 3:8, "The Lord is not slow to fulfill his promise, as some count slowness, but he is patient towards you, not wishing any should perish, but that all should reach repentance." So, the Lord is outside of time. He's always with you. Nothing's a surprise to him, and he's patient. And that's good news for us sinners indeed.